Hey, hello. I'm Debbie Peterson of Getting to Clarity, and this is another episode of Success Without Sacrifice. And, normally I'm in my office and I've got my nice little backdrop and everything like that. But today we are traveling, but I still wanted to make sure that I had an opportunity to chat with you, especially our topic this week. We're talking about how to cope with pressure at work. You know, um, when it comes to pressure at work, it's a part of normal life, and we do it to ourselves. So whether it's intentionally or unintentionally, we put pressure on ourselves to get more done, to be more efficient, and we may even tell ourselves that we operate best when we're under pressure. And be careful because from a mindset perspective, that's instruction to the mind, just begging you to attract more pressure. And I really don't want that for you. But when we're under pressure, under pressure, little snap clap, David Bowie, right? But when we're under pressure short term, it's one thing. When we're under pressure long term, it is totally another, because under pressure long term is tied to stress. Stress long term, left unchecked, can have very real physical implications in your body. And I know that. That's what happened to me in the form of heart palpitations and numbness in my left hand, and just having a shortness of breath because my muscles were just so constricted in my chest. And I pretty much had to hit the wall to figure it out. And I hope that doesn't happen for you. But major sources of that pressure that we feel, they can come from work, to perform better, to complete projects, to, you've got to get ahead. They can come personally, things happen in our personal life that, there's an illness or maybe a divorce, or something happens with a loved one. But, the thing is that you're one person. And whatever happens to you professionally affects you personally, and vice versa. So, as the high achieving women that we are, the women who want to be the go-to person, get everything done, overserve just absolutely everybody and underserve ourselves, pressure can feel like a lot. And sometimes it can feel like too much. And so, what is it that you can do? And especially if you're in a place where it's coming from both sides, at work and at home. So here is the key to pressure, and that is you've got to listen to your language. It sounds simple, listen to your language. Your language are the words that you speak and also the thoughts that you think. But it's not always necessarily easy. Simple, but not necessarily easy, because it really is, practice makes permanent. That you've got to get yourself in the habit of listening to language. And so I have a strategy to make it easier for you. So here's what I'd like you to do is I would like you to catch it, challenge it, and change it. So when it comes to you feeling pressure around work, around home, around both, whatever's going on, I want you to catch your language. So whether it's spoken or it's your thoughts, when you catch yourself saying, I need to, or I have to, or I should, and should is just one of those words that we should eliminate altogether. That is an awareness. When you hear yourself saying those words, thinking those words, that you're probably putting some pressure on yourself. And so being aware of that language, just even noticing it, is huge. So that's a win, okay? Because nothing can change unless you're aware of it first. The second thing I want you to do is to challenge it. So when I say challenge it, when you catch yourself with this language, I have to, do you really have to? Is it absolutely positively necessary? Must it be done right now? No exceptions. I want you to kind of poke holes into this story that you're telling yourself that's putting pressure on you. Do you have to? Must it be done a certain way? So I really want you to, kind of poke at it a bit and figure out, what are the facts, just the facts. So, tipping the hat to Columbo, the facts, just the facts, ma'am. Get the facts underneath it. Is it in fact true? So dig into it. That's how you challenge it. And then finally, I want you to change it. Change your language, reframe your language to something that feels a little better. So instead of I have to, it's I get to. It's an opportunity. I get to. It just feels different. And instead of I need to, maybe you reframe it to I want to. And if you can't make that shift because it's absolutely not true, well, then there's something that you can dig into too. Why are you doing something that goes so much against who you are and putting your pressure on yourself like that? So, and for the sake of everything, please get rid of should. So quit using should, because nothing puts more pressure on us than that. So, now that you've taken this information in, you've listened to this piece right here, you're going to start catching yourself, and that's great, right? So what I'd like to know from you is what are you catching yourself, around what particular situations? If you would leave a comment below, or if you would hit reply and let me know when this sort of language is coming up for you and what you're doing about it, I'd be so interested to hear. So until the next time, here is wishing you all the clarity that you deserve. Be good to yourself, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye for now.